Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a full day of gameplay streaming. How are you? Welcome to the weekend, of course. Today's Saturday. Saturday, October 5th, 2019. How are you? Hopefully I find you well. Hopefully you are enjoying this lovely autumn day if you live in the United States. Hopefully it's not too hot for you. I know some places in the United States are still like swelteringly hot, which is ridiculous. Here in Washington State, it is nice and cool and cloudy. It's a typical autumn day that you would expect here in Washington State. So, welcome everyone. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Some good updates in regards to the upcoming Halloween event. So I'll be talking about that in a moment. We got some more fun gameplay, full gameplay stream for all of you today. I'm stoked for that. I'm always stoked whenever it's a full day of gameplay streaming, and I hope you guys are too. Yeah. So, first of all, just to get this out of the way, all right. I did not see SmackDown last night. It was the premiere of WWE SmackDown on Fox. It was a whole new, basically they redid the show. I haven't seen it at all, and I don't know much about it, but I'm well aware of how the show ended, because all of social media was complaining last night about how the end of the show was the worst booking they've ever seen in wrestling history. I did not see it. All I will say is, if it went down the way that they've described it on social media, it does sound like the worst booking in wrestling history. All right. The bottom line is, a lot of people ask me, what do I think about wrestling? Am I excited for this? Am I excited for that? And really, if you guys have heard my answers the past couple of years, they've changed dramatically from what they used to be. I used to be very excited about pro wrestling. I used to get all, worked up about plot lines and the like. And I used to get super stoked when there was something new going on in pro wrestling. If you guys haven't noticed, I really don't do that much. I barely talk about pro wrestling. And when I do, it's usually like, well, I'll watch it when I have a chance. Friday Night SmackDown is pretty much exactly why that is the case. Because WWE in particular has this running pattern in the last 10 years of building something up to be amazing and then completely ruining it. And it kills your investment of time, effort, and emotion, quite frankly, because the way that they do things. So, just so you guys know, without spoiling, there was basically a 6-month run for a guy who was very unlikely to ever be a champion, and he was for about 6 months. And last night, they basically completely disrespected him every possible fucking way they could. To the point where everyone is so upset. I'm not surprised. Like, sometimes I say, okay, the outrage in the media is not warranted. But apparently the way that they did this was some of the worst things ever in pro wrestling. And it was incredibly disrespectful to everybody. And that's why I don't care about pro wrestling that much anymore. Even though I watch it, I enjoy it. I watch it more as entertainment factor and an oddity that it still exists, rather than being invested in the plot lines. Like, people say, who's your favorite wrestler today? I don't have one. I don't care. I refuse to invest in a wrestler when we know at any point WWE could just destroy everything, which is exactly what they did last night. So why would I invest? Why would I care? Well, you know what I mean? I refuse to. Instead, I say, you know what? I'll just have fun with it, watching it as a casual viewer, and that's that. So there you go. I'm well aware of what happened on SmackDown last night. I'm going to watch it eventually. Maybe I'll watch it today, because I think it's on Hulu today. So maybe I'll watch it today. I don't know if I have a chance. But I'm aware it's terrible. I'm not surprised. That's why I'm happy I don't invest in this shit anymore. Okay? It's that simple. Okay? So, there you go. I got it out of the way. Now we can not talk about that all day long. Although I know people will be asking me anyway. But I got it out of the way. All right. So today's Saturday, everybody. What are we doing today? Let's talk a little bit. Today we're going to be doing Ghostbusters the Video Game, Day 2. Another 4 hours. Now, from what I'm to remember, I think the game is around 10 hours long. Don't quote me on that. But I'm almost positive, trying to think back and remembering the game. I think it's around 10 hours long. So I don't think we're going to beat it today. I think we may get close. But I don't think we're going to beat the game today. I think we may need one more segment, whether it's a late night stream or I take a main stream and I kind of split it where the first half's the conclusion and I do something else. but I'm fairly certain that we're not going to finish it on today's stream. Okay? Unless I get, like, crazy good and I just blow right through it or whatever. So I guess we'll see. So yeah, 4 more hours of Ghostbusters. What do I feel about Ghostbusters the video game now that I'm playing it 10 years later remastered? Well, first of all, the game holds up when it comes to the Ghostbusters characters and the plot and all of that. Like, the game is well written. If you're a fan of the Ghostbusters lore and the Ghostbusters movies, and you watch someone play this game or you play it for yourself, you're absolutely going to love it. It's super fun. Hearing all the voice acting from the original cast of the game, the writing of Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, who wrote this game, everyone reprising their roles. It's really the super fans' ultimate kind of, fan service for Ghostbusters. And that's why I absolutely loved this game 10 years ago. I still love it. I still think it's an outstandingly fun game. Okay, I'm having tons of fun with it. I hope that you guys are enjoying the playthrough so far, too. Alright. So, I'm looking forward to 4 more hours of it today. I know that we've got coming up, I remember there's a graveyard mission that's really long. It's like over an hour long to be in this graveyard with all this stuff going on. I remember that. I think there's like I'm trying to remember if there's like a building or something after the graveyard. That's kind of weird. I can't remember exactly. I just remember that the end of the game is a crazy tough grind. I remember that much. That the end of the game is very challenging. Because there's a ridiculous amount, like, gauntlets of enemies, and everyone keeps getting down. They have to keep reviving each other. It's like really a little over the top challenging. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes as I continue to play the game. If I have difficulty or not. All right. So that's going to be today. 4 more hours. I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. And more coming. Later tonight, my late night stream, I'm swinging back to Dragon Quest Builders 2. Playthrough that I've been doing since July. Yes, the game is super long. Maybe tonight we'll get close to wrapping up the plot line for the island that we're on, but I'm not sure. Seems like it's the longest island so far. Like, we've already beaten 2 of the 3 commanders. And then I'm assuming after we beat all the commanders, then we got a big boss that we have to fight like we've had on all the other islands. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes tonight. I'm excited for more Dragon Quest Builders 2. Keep in mind, that's a much more chill playthrough. Where it's more about interaction because there's not much going on. Even though it is a playthrough where there's a narrative, there's a lot of opportunity for interaction and talking and fun. So I hope you guys will join me for that tonight, especially if you're looking for a more relaxing stream. Okay? Alright. Then, tomorrow, we are going to return to Borderlands 3 for a major gameplay stream. 4+ hours of Borderlands 3. From what I'm understanding that, I may beat that within 1 to 2 more major sessions as well. I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, I may actually beat that game sooner rather than later. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on how long it is. But from what I'm being told, I am nearing the end of the story. Of course, the game has ridiculous amounts of side content. The thing is, a lot of the side content doesn't really add much to the game. It's just more looting, shooting with a little, like, mini narrative crammed in there, and then you get a couple weapons. It's, like, not a big deal, It's not like other games where the side content adds significant story development and things. It's not really like that with Borderlands. Borderlands has always had a ridiculous amount of kind of frivolous side missions that don't really matter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but that's going to be the major stream. Tomorrow night, we return to the Genesis Mini for a fun gameplay stream of the Genesis Mini, where you guys will be able to choose what games you'd like to see me play. At this point, it could be games that I've already played and you want to see me continue the playthroughs, or it could be brand new games on the system that I haven't played yet. So that'll be tomorrow night, fun Genesis Mini stuff. And then on Monday, it's up in the air, because as I've told you guys, I may be nearing the end of Ghostbusters, and maybe I'll be finishing it on Monday or not. We'll have to see how far I get today, right? So that should be the main stream on Monday is Ghostbusters, and if I wrap it up, we can easily switch over to something else to fill the time, all right, for the stream. And then Monday night, it's going to be my weekly Minecraft chill stream. And we've actually got a couple things to work on for this week's Minecraft stream. First of all, it's going to be a late night stream, unlike last week's Minecraft stream where it was an earlier gameplay stream. This is going to be a late night stream like usual. We're going to finish up a garage that we've been building. for last week's top contributor, and then for the new top contributor, for this week, we're going to be building a pond and a bar to serve drinks to frogs in the pond. The problem is, there are no frogs in the game, so even though the person who was the top contributor had good intentions, and it's kind of an interesting project that I'll be working on, I don't think it's going to get immediate satisfaction because there's no frogs in the game to be there. Now, there's a rumor that eventually they're going to add frogs to Minecraft. In fact, apparently there was a poll recently on what do people want to see added to Minecraft. And I guess a swamp with frogs was one of the things that was in the running, and it got second place. Something else beat it out for first. So I'm thinking if it got second, more than likely, they're going to probably eventually add that stuff to the game anyway. It's just a matter of time. So I guess we'll see. So anyway, yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to do on Monday night in Minecraft. Tuesday I'm off. Tuesday's my day off this week. When I return on Wednesday, I'll be checking out the Terminator, the T-800, in Mortal Kombat 11 as my main gameplay stream. As with every time that I play Mortal Kombat 11, we're going to do all the various game modes, including going into training mode and messing around with his special moves, trying to find basic combos, going into his tutorial mode, then doing an arcade ladder so we can see his gameplay and his ending, and then going online with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, we're going to fight with him. So that'll be Wednesday's main stream. Mountains won. Mr. Papa versus Mountains won the voting for Minecraft. So there's going to be new mountain regions soon in Minecraft. Interesting. So then on Wednesday night, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what I want to do Wednesday night yet. It could be many things. It could be more Dragon Quest Builders 2, which it probably will end up being. But it could be other stuff too. But I don't want to jump the gun. Let's wait and see what happens, and we'll do a fun show late night stream on Wednesday, okay? And then the rest of this week coming up, essentially what you're going to see is the conclusion of everything, whether it's the conclusion of Ghostbusters if I didn't finish it yet, the conclusion of Borderlands 3, and then I am going to start up something new. I don't know what. And the reason I say that is, some people have asked me for games over the past couple of months, like Astral Chain or Code Vein. And, I haven't had a chance to do them because I've been doing other stuff. But quite frankly, I'm not really into those games either. I want to do something. I want to do something to basically hold us over for about roughly a week until Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville comes out, and then we got WWE, and then we've got Modern Warfare and Outer Worlds, and the Medieval Remaster, and Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz Remaster, and Luigi's Mansion 3 with the Halloween event. We got a lot of stuff coming up, but we're essentially going to have about a week to a week and a half of kind of dead time. And I don't know what to do during that dead time. I'm considering different things. It doesn't seem like there is any kind of a consensus on what I should do. Everyone has a different idea or something different in mind of what I should be doing during that time frame. And quite frankly, that's kind of frustrating because if at least there was a consensus, it would make it easier for me to say, this is what the viewers want, so let's do it. But it seems like everyone is in disagreement about what I should be doing. So we'll see. It gives us, we still got roughly about, just under a week to think about it. We'll see maybe as we get further in the week what people are feeling, what people, are desiring for a playthrough, and go from there, I guess. But we'll see, okay? So that's the rough schedule. Now I've got some updates in regards to the upcoming Halloween festivities, all right? First of all, I want to say thanks to all of you who have subscribed this month to get access to the fun Halloween emotes. I hope that these first few days of the month you guys have enjoyed the decorations in my office, the new orange overlays, and the cool spooky-themed Halloween pop-up messages on the streams. Now, we've got twofold Halloween event coming up at the end of this month. First of all, on Halloween, I'm going to be doing a spooky gaming marathon where I'm going to be playing spooky-themed games. Based off of your feedback. You guys have been nominating games for weeks that would be for this marathon. Now, originally what I was going to do, I was going to make a poll based on the most nominated games that you guys were going to vote for. However, last night I went to the forums where you guys have been nominating these games for weeks, and I looked at the results, and the results were definitive, meaning there were 4 games that got far more nominations than any other games. There's no need for a poll. It's already been determined. So the games that I will be playing during the Halloween Horror Marathon are as follows. Number 1, Blasphemous. I believe this is like a punishing action platformer, much like, what was that one years ago? Was it not Darkest Dungeon? There was another one like this. And I think this is the more modern, the most recent one like that. Yeah, so I'll be checking that out. I'll also be playing Visage. This is a game that's not even fully released yet. It's an early release as of a year ago. It's a horror game on PC. We'll be checking that out. There's also Bloodstained. Now, some people have asked me, what game Bloodstained is this? Well, I'm going to be playing whatever one is under Xbox Game Pass, because one of the Bloodstained games is under Xbox Game Pass. This is the game, if I'm remembering correctly, that is made by the original makers of Castlevania. So I'll be checking that out. And Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. This is on the PC, and you might be saying, well, whoa, isn't that an old game? It is, but this is kind of interesting. I own it because someone gifted it to me on Steam. I'm not kidding, like 6 or 7 years ago. Just out of the blue one day, I was on Steam, and it says, you've been gifted a game, Stalker. I was like, what is this? So I looked into it, and it looked pretty good. I was like, wow, this game looks pretty scary and or fun. I'll accept it. So I did. I accepted it, and I never played it. I just had it sitting there in my Steam account forever, undownloaded. So, yeah, we're going to be checking out Stalker. Okay? Now, in addition to that, I'm already going to be playing Luigi's Mansion 3. This is the new release that actually comes out on Halloween. I was already slated to play that. So that's pretty cool. What that means is we're going to be going, not only are we going to be doing these kind of one-off games for Halloween, but also we're going to have a Luigi's Mansion 3 game that's going to be a major playthrough that I'm really going to be doing and continuing on with, okay, on the Switch. So that's going to be a fun day. Now, the other half of this event is that you guys are going to be voting on what kind of Halloween costume I'm going to be wearing during the event. All right, and that poll went live last night on the kingofhate.com forums. The categories are as follows. Classic Hollywood movie monster. So think, a vampire or a werewolf or a mummy. Okay, the classic stuff, Frankenstein, etc. A pop culture icon. Think a celebrity, movie star, a singer, someone who's a pop culture personality or person who's notable, who you recognize how they look, just by how they look, okay? Perfect example, last year I was Bob Ross, okay? Comic book character. So this would be, of all the comic book movies and everything that's been coming out recently, I could be a comic book character. What was the fourth one? Oh, video game character. Obviously, that's a huge one for someone like me, dressing up like a video game character. A few years ago, I was Ezio Auditore, and that was really fun. I really enjoyed being Ezio for that Halloween marathon. I thought it was really neat, okay? And then fifth, the final category, wild card. What is that? Essentially, wild card means you're putting the costume in my hand. You trust me in my judgment that I'm going to find a fun costume that's going to entertain you guys for the event. And it could be anything. It could be just something completely over the top zany. It could be something just silly. It could be, it would be something, I promise you this, it'll be something interesting and fun. I'm not just going to say, oh, you picked wild card, so I put on like a hippie wig and I pretend like I'm a hippie. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to do something really cool and fun if you pick wild card. But that's up to you guys, all right? So those are the 5 categories you guys are currently going to vote on right now. It's live over on the kingofhate.com forums. In fact, you can use the new chat command, costume. It's !costume in the stream chat. And it brings up the link for it, and you could vote on this all month. I'm going to allow you guys to vote probably for roughly 2 weeks starting today. And then after 2 weeks or so pass, I'll close the poll, and I'm going to head out to actually get the costume. Okay? So, please, vote. Please vote. The more votes, the better. And by the way, the voting is multiple choice, meaning you can pick more than one. You don't have to just select one kind of costume. It could be, I want to either see him be a comic book character or I want to see a pop culture icon. You could vote for both, all right? Just please don't vote for all of them. If you know, for those who don't know, if you're doing a poll and you vote for all the options, it negates your vote. It means your vote means nothing. So don't do all of them, all right? Only pick the ones you really want, okay? So there you go, guys. Please vote. So that's all. So all the Halloween festivities are in full swing. Everything's going on the streams. We've got the games now selected for the event, which I'm excited because it's a good variety of games in my opinion. I think that this is going to actually be pretty fun to play. And let's see what the costume ends up being. All right, it should be pretty good. Now, one final thing. Yesterday I was questioned on whether or not I'm doing a monthly subs goal for this month. The answer to that is no. There's no subscriber goal for the month of October. And there's two reasons for this. The first is because last month was Subtober. So for those who aren't aware, last month subscriptions on Twitch were half price. So I got a lot of subscriptions, all right? And I'm very appreciative of that. Thanks to anyone who did subscribe last month. It helped out tremendously. But a lot of those subscriptions are expiring. And because subscriptions are full price this month, people aren't resubbing. So because of that, essentially, I'm going to see a lot of subscriber dipping this month. Already, I've seen about 100 subs that we've lost, right? I guarantee you we're going to end up losing more. Like, we're going to probably, by all said and done, more than likely, we're going to be around 450 subs or less. Because that's kind of where I was before all the inflated subbing started happening in the summer and everything with gifted subs and then with September. I would assume we're going to get around 400 to 500, like between there somewhere, okay? So I'm already foreseeing subscribers dipping significantly more. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that. But I thought, well, I set up a goal. If we know the subs are going to plummet this month, that would be pretty unfair. Like right now, let's say, okay, the sub goal for this month is 600 subs and blah, blah, blah. Well, then we lose a ton of subs because we already knew it was going to happen. That would be pretty stupid, right? Like I'm setting up a goal that's unattainable. So why set up a goal at all if we know that we're probably not going to hit it because subs are going to keep plummeting this month? The other thing is, there's already ample reason for you to subscribe this month. Getting access to all these really cool Halloween emotes, which, by the way, I should say this, the Halloween emotes are well received. Some people don't like them, but most people do. And already some people are saying, can you keep some of the Halloween-themed emotes rather than some of the original ones that I had? And I kind of agree that I'd say a couple of the Halloween emotes may actually be better than the originals. And so they may stick around permanently. Much like this summer, we did the Marvel Ultimate Alliance emotes, and I ended up keeping a couple of them. Okay. So we'll see how things go with that. But yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to keep a couple of them around after Halloween. We'll see. Okay. So, yes. Good stuff. Thank you for everyone for your support this month so far. I hope you're voting for the Halloween costume. I hope you're looking forward to the Halloween event. It should be a great month overall, I feel. You know, there's good stuff going on right now. And people are really digging it. I'm digging it. You know, so thank you for all of that. Good shit, as they say. Good shit. Alrighty. So, my friends, that pretty much covers it for the stuff I wanted to talk about here on the pre-stream. Let's head on to the second segment, which is the gratuitous plugs segment. I could go into massive length about the gratuitous plugs today. I don't feel like it. I just don't. I don't feel like doing a long plug segment today. So what I'll say is this. Thank you for all the support. If you cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, I will give you a shout out. As you know, I have certain criteria that I follow on my own streams where I'm not going to bring up drama and negativity. I'm not going to bring up insults. I don't care about people stealing my content. I have to abide by Twitch's terms of service rules, so I can't just say and do whatever I want. I have to, you know, be kind of selective with what I say. You guys know all this, right? So all I'm going to say is this. I'm appreciative of any contributions you guys give me during the stream. You know, I'll update the leaderboard with the top cheerer and top tipper during the course of today's stream to give extra recognition. We also have a cheering leaderboard that I'm going to read out in a couple of minutes here to give you guys a heads up on who's the top cheerers of the week. But in reality, the best way for you to support me right now is by tipping me. Being very matter of fact, getting right to the point today. I need your support via tips. Today's the 5th. I have about at least 10 days left until I get paid by Twitch, and I desperately need funds to help bills clear. If I don't raise a lot of funds in the next week or so, I'm going to massively overdraw my bank account again. I'm going to be in hot water again. to the point where I don't know what's going to get paid. It sucks. I don't like being in this position. I don't like having to bring this up. But when you guys tip me, those are funds that I can put directly towards things. So, first of all, the reason I'm playing Ghostbusters is because your tips allow me to afford it. Coming up, like I said, in the next week, I'm probably going to be getting a game. I don't know if it's going to be Code Vein, or if it's going to be Astral Chain, or if it's going to be something else. But your tips are going to allow me to afford that. And in the short term, right now, your tips are helping me to just pay my bills so I can get through this time and get to the point where I get paid by Twitch, and then it's not that big of a deal again, okay? So please consider tipping me. If at all you want to help, that is the way that you can help me more than anything else. There's two ways that you could tip. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you could click on, or you could type !tip into my stream chat to bring up the link that takes you to my PayPal tips page. A couple things about tipping. First of all, you don't need to use your real identity when you tip. You could be anonymous, or you can make up a name for those who are worried about trolls maybe harassing you for supporting someone on the internet. You can do that and protect your identity. There's no way anyone would know it's you. The other thing is, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card to do so. There's a button right below on the PayPal tips page where you could click on to do that. Rather than having to register and go through all that rigmarole, you can just do it that way, okay? So please consider tipping me today. If at all you support me and you want to see this continue, if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full time, yes, please, and you like the fact that I still archive my videos on YouTube despite the fact I get nothing out of it, it's all fan service, please consider tipping me, all right? King Gogan says, can I move billing due dates? I already have. There's many bills that used to be the first half of the month that I moved to the second half. It was about 5 of them. Sadly, that's not even half of my bills. Most of them don't allow you to move the billing due dates. So, it is what it is. I'm stuck in the way I am right now, and your support is much appreciated. Please consider tipping me if you can. All right? Okay. There you go. That was a quick gratuitous plug segment, wasn't it? I wanted to get through it quickly today. I really didn't want to focus on it. I'm so tired of it. I seriously am. Being very honest with all you guys, I'm just tired of it. I hate having to do it. But like I told you guys, it's just become kind of a unnecessary evil, I guess you could call it, with me, that I have to bring this up and I have to do that kind of stuff during my streams. I just don't want to. I want to have fun with games and hang out with you guys and not have to worry about that shit, but that's my life, you know? Hopefully things will get better eventually. But anyway, I digress. Let us now move on to the shout-out segment. This is a much better segment. In this segment, I get to give thank yous to those of you who have contributed. All right? It's really cool to be able to say thank you to those who care about me and have contributed in a positive way. So let's get to that, shall we? Daggy's first is for a pop culture figure. Could we suggest one when we vote? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Let's say, for example, you vote for pop culture. I want a pop culture icon, or I want Phil to be a pop culture figure dressed up as someone. You could easily just come to the stream afterward and say, "Hey Phil, if you end up being a pop culture guy, here's my suggestion for it. Give me your ideas." Trust me, that's gonna help tremendously, and I appreciate that because, like I said, there's not a lot of costume shops around here this year at all. It's actually quite disappointing. Usually there's a ton, and this year there's very few. I don't know why there's so few. So the more suggestions I get, the better. It's just going to put more ideas into my head, okay? So yes, by all means, please give me your ideas, okay? All right, so let's move on to the segment where I give shout-outs for your contributions, all right? So we start off today, the first contribution on today's stream. Excuse me. The first contribution on today's stream was from TTV Noble. All right. Thank you, TTV Noble, for being supportive, for being a mod. 31-month sub. Pretty awesome, huh? 31 months, almost 3 years of support. In fact, it's interesting. There's a few people now who are starting to come up on their 3-year anniversary as supporters. And that's pretty awesome. You guys very shortly. Excuse me. Very shortly, you guys will be earning your 3-year chat crown badges, which are rose gold regal looking crowns. They're very nice. Okay? I think you guys will really enjoy them. So for those who don't have them yet, you're coming up on that 3-year mark, which is really nice. Keep in mind, the 4-year mark is the ultimate one that everyone wants. It's the diamond crown, made of diamonds, beautiful, insane, highest level. It's on a whole new level, folks. But for the 3 years, thanks, and TTV Noble, thank you for the resub. We start off today's cheering with Mr. Papavera. Mr. Papavera cheered. Mr. Papavera cheered. And he says, ready for more Ghostbusters. I will be heading out shortly. Uh-oh. He says, I'll be heading out. Oh, wait a minute. Listen to this. He's going to a pumpkin patch, and he's getting some candy and might miss part of the stream. Don't forget about upgrades, and good luck with the achievements. Well, thank you, Mr. Papavera. Yeah, I have to keep my eyes open for the water fountains. I hope I didn't miss a water fountain yet. But I might have. I'll keep my eyes peeled for those. But, yeah, first of all, have fun with the pumpkin patch. Kat and I are considering doing that this year. We haven't yet, but we're considering, because there's a couple of them out here. We're gonna maybe go and look for a pumpkin, and we're on the fence about whether we want to just carve it, or maybe we just leave it around the house as a decoration. But it's something nice to do. You pick out a nice pumpkin, you bring it home, you find a nice place to set it up for a decoration for the month. It's pretty cool. So we're considering doing that. We'll see. Yes, very nice. We're considering doing that. We may even do it this week on our day off on Tuesday. We'll see. Now's the weather for it, that's for sure. We're in the nice fall weather now. So, okay. So I was going to put Mr. Papavera up as the top cheerer. However, Philip's Smelly Chair did a 100-bit cheer and said, what up, Big Smelly? So, actually, Philip's Smelly Chair is the top cheerer so far today. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. The 100-bit cheer. Thank you for getting that started. Then Philip Smelly cheered again. He said, less talky, more gamey. How about more patchy, weighty, while I talky, and give thanky for contributing. What the fuck? Alright, anyway, thank you for the cheers. Mr. O. Axter, I don't know how to pronounce that, did 100-bit cheers. He said, did you play Celeste? I did not. Celeste, at one point, was free for those who are subscribed to Xbox Live, excuse me. And so I downloaded it and got it under that program. So as long as I have an Xbox Live membership, I'll be able to play Celeste. But I never played it. I don't even know what that's about. I don't even know what Celeste is. But I have it if I ever want to play it. Okay? Philip Smelly Chair cheered again. He said, dress up as a stinky, smelly chair. Well, I'm already stinky and smelly, so I guess all I have to do is put some upholstery over me, and then I would look like the stinky, smelly chair. There you go. Very nice. Floppy Jowls cheer said, you should be Dr. Disrespect for Halloween. I mean, that wouldn't be too hard. I just get a pair of, ridiculously obtrusive sunglasses and a fake mustache and, Howard Stern fucking hair or whatever. And I would look just like him, except I already have a goatee, so it would look a little weird because it would be like Dr. Disrespect with a goatee, I guess. The thing is, I've never seen a single stream of his, so I would look like him, but I wouldn't have the first idea how to act like him because I haven't seen anything of his at all. So I guess I would just look like him. But that what I would say, that could be either a pop culture icon, because you could consider him pop culture. Streamers are pop culture, right? Or you could consider that the wild card. If you guys vote for wild card and I just so choose to do it, I could do something like that, I guess. All right, so anyway, thank you, Floppy Jowls, for the cheer. Philip Smelly cheered again. He says, don't forget to finish the garage in Minecraft and include the secret surprise name reveal. Well, as for the garage, we're working on it. I'm not aware of your secret surprise name reveal at all. So if you have a secret surprise name reveal, you better tell me what it is via some method, because I wasn't aware of any secret surprise name reveal. I don't know how you told me this name. I'm not aware. If you sent me an email, I don't think I got it. So we are going to work more on the garage this week, but you're going to have to give me some guidance on what this name reveal is, because I don't know what it is. Okay? Alright, so continuing on, Infinite. Thank you for the support this morning, Infinite. He gifted 2 subscriptions. First, he gifted a subscription to Dacky Smurf. Then he gifted a subscription to Kenishi. So thank you, Infinite, for the support this morning. Both gifted subs. Much appreciated. Okay. Shout out to Sias Zero, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, I think it would behoove you to consider playing Astral Chain. Code Vein is not great. Also, I hope Lost Odyssey gets played someday. Cool. I agree with you. I honestly am leaning more towards Astral Chain than Code Vein. I think the reason people want Code Vein is because it's a new game, but I don't necessarily think it's a very good game. So I am leaning more towards that. Then again, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do something completely different and off the cuff. Maybe I'll just make a random decision out of nowhere. Okay? Alright? Alright, there you go. Mr. Oaxter cheered another 100 bits. Says you should play it. It's quite beautiful. A difficult game that would be well suited for a shorter stream. So you're talking about Celeste? Okay, well, I don't know. Again, I don't know what kind of game it is. He says it's difficult. I don't know. No, like I said, you're the first person in like a year who's even brought it up. You know, I've had this under the Xbox, you know, Xbox Live membership or whatever. Games with Xbox, Games with Gold, it's called, right? Isn't that what it is? Games with Gold. I've had it for quite some time. No one's really asked me to play it, except every once in a while, someone comes out of the woodwork and is like, "Will you play it?" Just like you. So I don't know. We'll see. It's not out of the question. I own it, but you know, if there's not really major demand for it, I'm certainly not just going to drop everything to do it. So, all right, continuing on. Mr. Primavera cheered. He says, "How about dress as Guy Fieri?" Oh my God. I don't know if I want to dress as Guy Fieri. I mean, if I dress as Guy Fieri, I'd have to eat disgusting food during the stream. Like really nasty, piled on, heavy, gross, insanely crazy, unhealthy food. I'd have to be constantly shoveling shit into my mouth during the stream on Halloween. I don't know if I want to do that. Alright. Anyway. Continuing on. Philip Smelly cheered that 100-bit cheer. He says the name will be Samuel Richard Jordan McGravy's V6 Mustang Workshop. Oh, great. You know what? I wonder if we could build a fake Mustang in it. Can we, out of blocks? Probably not, because the blocks are too big, I bet. If the blocks were smaller, we could probably do it. But that would have been cool. We could have put like a blocky car in the garage, but I don't think I think it's going to be too, I think, sadly, it's going to be too... The blocks are too big. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to be viable. But, yeah, it was a good idea. All right. So there it is. It's Samuel Richard Jordan McGravy's V6 Mustang Workshop. I hope someone's writing this down or recording this for on Monday night. We need to name it that. And I'm not going to remember that. That's an incredibly crazy, you know, complicated name. Maybe I should take a picture. Okay, continuing on. We've got our first tip of the day. Actually, let me take a picture. You know, I will take a picture of this. Hold on. That way I can remember. That way I can remember for Monday. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I took the picture, so we'll have this for Monday now. Good. All right, we have our first tip of the day from Philip's Smelly Proton Pack, who tipped me $5, said, "Are you the Keymaster?" I don't know, it depends on if you're the gatekeeper. And if you worship Zool. Zool, motherfucker, Zool. All right, thank you for the first tip of the day. I appreciate that. I also appreciate the Ghostbusters reference, as this is going to be a Ghostbusters stream. It's the first one we've had of the entire stream, so thank you for that. And remember, guys, tips help me more than anything. I really need the help with tips right now. Please consider tipping me. I know a lot of people are cheering. That's great. But please consider tipping me. I need the tip support in the short term. Okay? Alrighty. Let's continue. Mr. Oaxter did another 100-bit cheer. And he says, "I understand that, but your fans are plebeian. Plebeian tier. You gotta bring the culture, bro. Educate. Raise the consciousness. Peace. Wow. Mr. Oaxter just called you all plebeian. Can you believe that? He said that people who like to see me rage in fighting games and fail at Dark Souls are the lowest of the low plebeian peons. Wow. I can't believe he said that. He said that you are the dirt under his feet that he treads upon in order to attend a stream of Celeste. Wow. I can't believe he's saying all this. That's pretty heavy stuff, man. I mean, I didn't... Wow. It's pretty funny. Anyway, let's continue. Dynamite Hetty. Then 100-bit cheers. Hey, Phil, first time here. What should I expect? Expect some fun. Expect some interesting gameplay. In particular, I'm playing Ghostbusters today, which is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, and the one I've probably watched the most over the years. I've seen the Ghostbusters movies a ridiculous amount of times. So I know a ton of the quotes and references from the movies. So all the stuff in this game, I'm getting the references, and I've been talking about them, at length during the playthrough. I also interact with my stream chatters a lot, so I always look to them to see what they're talking about and if they're tagging me, if they're having conversations, and I love interacting with them. So you can look for some good interaction during the stream. In general, that's what you can expect. Every once in a while we get some zaniness or something unexpected on the stream, but in general, that's usually what you can expect on a stream of mine, okay? Thank you for the cheer. 100 bits of support. I appreciate that very much. Fatal Reaper tipped me $1 asking me if I will dress as wings for Halloween. Yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these giant feathered wings. And I'm going to wear them. I'm going to look like an angel maybe or something. And that's what I'm going to dress up as on Halloween, because that's what you're talking about. That's what everyone wants to see me do. They want to see me dress up as a pair of wings for Halloween. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the best way to go about it. Sounds good? Alright. Alright, so continuing on. Let's now give shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week. The people who cheered the most with bits this week so far. Thank you very much. The week's almost over, FYI. So this would be kind of your last opportunity today or tomorrow to get in on there and try to be one of the top contributors of the week if so you'd like to get that recognition. Let's do it. So in 10th place this week, a live studio audience. No, that's not. I'm not referencing an actual live studio audience. I'm saying that the name of the person on Twitch was a live studio audience. Okay, they are the 10th most highest cheerer of the week. We have a tie for 8th place between Omnipotent Froggins and Philip's Smelly Chair. So thank you very much between Omnipotent Froggins and Philip's Smelly Chair. Then we have Philly Buckeye, excuse me, as the next highest cheerer. Then we've got Golden Colts. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, always for the support. I appreciate that. Then we got M5NSX. And 4th place this week, we've got Phantom Fuzz. Thank you, Phantom. In 3rd place, we've got Infinite 55. Thank you, Infinite, for the cheering support. In 2nd place, we've got Mr. Papavera. He did a lot of cheering earlier this week with Minecraft, and then he's been doing cheering on and off since then. Thank you very much, Mr. Papavera. 1st place is Mysterious Bandicoot, which is really, I think it's Survive Sweet Treats, or Survive Sweet Treat was his name. And for some reason, his account has vanished here off of Twitch. I don't know if he got banned. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. So, but he was the top cheerer of the week at one point. So in reality, he's the top cheerer, but because his account's been deleted, Mr. Papavera kind of slips into that role, at least, I guess. So there you go. Thank you for everyone for your support this week. Much appreciated. And, again, thanks for everything. Reminder, the best way to support today is by tipping me. I really need that help via tips. But outside of that, thanks for everything. It's all appreciated, okay? I'm just trying to think. Is there anything else that I want to cover before we jump into Ghostbusters? Vincent says, I want to be Tinkerbell. I want to be Tinkerbell for Halloween because I'm going to have wings. You know, there are other characters besides Tinkerbell who have had wings. I don't know if you're aware of this. You know, maybe I'll be an angel. Maybe I'll be a devil. Who knows? Who knows? CM Team Cell says, am I allowed to ask you random questions about ghosts and busting spirits? By the way, I had a burger here in the UK today, and then it cut off. I'm sorry, I couldn't read the rest of your message. Yeah, why not? That's part of the stream, is the fun interactivity. I like that you toss questions my way. It gives me something to answer while I'm playing, rather than just focusing on the gameplay itself, which, let's be honest, in certain games, it's not super riveting. This game, it's all right. I'd say it's a mix of interesting and then a little bit boring, depending on what you're doing. I like the game, again, because it's Ghostbusters, but some people, it's not their cup of tea. But the interactivity helps to aid that, right? So, go ahead. Toss questions my way. I'd be more than happy to answer them. If I don't see them the first couple of times, feel free to keep tagging me in the stream chat till I see it. I'll let you know if there's a question I'm not going to answer, and that's why I'm avoiding it or whatever, okay? Mr. Oaxter cheered again. He says, one of the characters in Celeste is from Seattle. Okay. And he says, just saying, I've never seen a game blend mountain climbing with a Marxist analysis of modern life. Oh, great. Politics. My favorite. As you guys know, I just absolutely delight in talking about politics. And, you know, Marxism is totally not one of those divisive kind of politics that people get all uppity about at all. At all. Anyway, thank you for the cheer. Again, I'm not totally, wiping out the possibility of a Celeste playthrough. I'm just saying not many people have ever asked for one. So I don't know how keen I am on doing one when I don't know if anyone will give a damn. Will anyone give a damn? I don't know. But anyway, it's not going to happen soon anyway. So, all right, thank you for the cheer, Mr. Oaxter. Highway Cavalier just cheered. He said, if there's a steady paycheck, I'll believe anything you say. That is a quote from Winston Zeddemore, who is trying to get a job with the Ghostbusters in the very first Ghostbusters movie. And they basically say, do you believe in spooks, specters, the occult, blah, blah, blah. They basically read off this whole laundry list of stuff. And he says, if you use a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. He says, sounds good, you're hired. And he hands him a bunch of fucking ghost traps full of ghosts. I think one of the best things about the Ghostbusters is the dialogue. It's very well written. And then you can tell that some of it was done kind of on the fly. And so I love that. I absolutely love that about it. So, all right. All right, so that is it for the pre-stream. I want to say thank you for being patient, everyone. I appreciate that. What I'm probably going to do is take a very brief break just to use the restroom quickly. And, oh man, Matiha1912. All right, I got to read this. They just said this in the stream chat. A couple days ago, I watched your latest retrospective event. When I got to the part where you were trying out that burger, when I saw butter dripping from the burger on the plate, I had to skip that part of the video or I would have vomited. You were right with the warning in that video. I know, dude. That's by far one of the most disgusting things I've ever eaten. And the funny part was the burger part itself was tasty because it was a sirloin burger. So it was a higher quality of beef than you would normally get from like a fast food burger. But it was utterly ruined by the insane amount of grease and dripping butter they'd put on the fucking thing. It was absolutely revoltingly disgusting. So that's why I gave you that disclaimer ahead of time. Okay then. Let's see here. Mr. Oaxter, that 100-bit cheers is, do you play games for the appreciation of the art form or to entertain the peasantry? Just saying, I've heard there are lots of waifus in Astral Chain. This is a family stream, so vote Celeste. The truth of the matter is, I stream for my own personal entertainment of games. If I'm not enjoying the game that I'm playing, generally I would not continue it. But at the same time, I am streaming also to entertain an audience. What we strive to do is either have gameplay entertaining enough to entertain a viewing audience and myself, or a game that has an opportunity where there's a lot of opportunity for interaction with my viewer audience so that people can get engaged and interact with me, and that ends up becoming kind of the gimmick or the fun of the stream. So, for example, tonight I'm playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. Even though that's a good game that I enjoy, people really like it for its interactivity. There's a lot of downtime for me to talk with people about topics, okay? While a game such as, like I said, a fighting game like last night's stream, that was more about me having fun playing retro throwback Street Fighter and trying to win and raging at certain things and whatever. People like that for various different reasons, okay? So different streams, different kinds of stuff. Again, I don't know much about Celeste, so all I know is what you're telling me now. I know nothing about Astral Chain. Like, I seriously don't. I might just not play any of them. I might just do something off the cuff different. Seriously, I might just say, screw it all. I feel like playing something else instead. Because at least to me, when there is not a consensus on what to play, that tells me that there really isn't anything that's like burgeoning at the precipice of interest of my viewing audience. And therefore, basically anything's going to work, but it also means that no matter what I play, people are going to be disappointed. If I play Code Vein, people who wanted to see Astral Chain are going to be disappointed. If I play Astral Chain, people that want to see Code Vein are disappointed. So maybe fuck all that, I'll just do whatever. I'll just do something completely random. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do some retro stuff. Maybe I'll do like, I'll actually take one of the Genesis mini games and I'll try to do a full playthrough of one of them. And then maybe I'll take a look at the stuff that they put on the SNES version for the Switch, and maybe I'll do one of those. Maybe I'll do one of those games that I told you guys I've wanted to do for a while now and haven't had an opportunity to do. Because I got about a week and a half. Like I said, I'm going to have, essentially, once I beat Borderlands 3 and Ghostbusters, I've got until Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville comes out on the 18th. Okay? And then the next major game is WWE. That's the week after. So I'm going to have, like, a week and a half or more to just do whatever I want. And so maybe that's the way to go for. I don't know. Okay? Busting makes me feel good. Tip me $1. Says, can you dress up as Alinity and then throw your cat on stream? Well, first of all, I would never throw my cat ever. And no, I'm not going to dress up like that person. So there you go. Infinite gifted a sub to Orphan of Cause. Congratulations, Orphan of Cause. Thank you again, Infinite, for the support. Mr. Waxter cheered again. He says, okay, Phil, I get you. I addressed this to the plebs in the stream chat. Unite with me together, brothers, as we all have to lose our chains, and we have a Celeste playthrough to gain. Well, there you go. Infinite 55 gifted a sub to Vincent444. Congratulations, Vincent, on the gifted sub. Infinite is in a very generous mood today. So, all right, guys, let's take a very brief break, like I said, just for me to use the restroom quickly, and then we'll come back. We'll continue on with Ghostbusters. How does that sound? All right, thank you, guys. I shall see you in just a minute. I'll be right back.